Fire station.
That costs you. I don't know.
I have to look it up, but we can put signs there on 72. And that's kind of first.
They couldn't do anything with the truck, they just wanted
This is a recording. You don't have.
Oh, did you? I've been there a while. That's beautiful sport. Oh, yeah.
I just. Museum.
Oh, you don't have, oh, that's a good neighbor. Well, just nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, they have it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 4:31.
It's like a third of the plot. Yeah.
This early, it's carpet only.
Somebody else said this.
Friday, looking like 70.
Friday should be fantastic. They say Saturday.
Yeah. Do you welcome?
I used to be.
Yeah.
Out there on Ramble Road.
I'm trying to get my dog, but it's hard to read.
Yeah.
It's full. I got a little set of clubs that
There you
it's
go.
like a driver, a 9-iron. And like a 7-iron and no, it's a 9, a 7, and a driver. Full time guy.
Yeah.
I got to slide all over the place because it doesn't. Yeah, excited. Shoot, I mean, but I just want to get her out there and help you.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Well, my son used to too. Maybe I was something good to go somewhere. We'll get out there.
We lived in Denver, my kids were in high, and my daughter sees it before.
Oh, wow.
She tried out for somebody high, but the problem is that she didn't play, and all the other kids came from the readings and everything. And she came trying to time. And I said, well, we can try golf. And so she's like, golf next to me. No idea what it was. Well, we got an instruction. And she was a category. She actually went downstate.
Right. Answer.
Yeah. Yeah, for state champions. Yeah, she got halfway through it and she.
Sure. Well, continued public hearing.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, yeah. She was financial. And the plus ones are. And he says, don't beat them.
And then call back.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah, but she's like that one. She's gonna find way out person. She's got such a calm. Vacations and go up and We have so many. Oh, again.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm just calling looking for you.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Linda's gonna be. We can call her.
This week,
Right there.
My son.
Yeah, just tell her I'm here. Guess what, maybe go way past for some reason.
You wanna call it?
You can call it back. You can open it.
But, I mean,
Somebody will tell.
we're getting up.
Thank you.
And then you brought up the bridge and asked them my father.
What are you telling them, Brad? It was so off. Oh, man. It's just first. You never put on the cheap. I like. And there was some older guy out there, he's like,
When we were out.
about time, he's trying to work all this. You can still hit it. Yeah, nothing, you know, like, but even you say, oh, it's pretty on there. But it was funny, like, he was. She bought it, baby, 3 times. This is our body, right? So, it was me, I hope we're happy to help him out, and he was a good player, it was fun. It's cool how like this.
They're gonna get. And when I was.
I'll be back. Hundred straight every time.
Oh,
That's.
Oh, yeah. Left, right, center.
Thing.
Yeah, that's a great every time. That's the wrong idea.
Well, he was playing a snake.
It's nice to have them.
And it was hard to he's jumping up and down. He had a hole in one. It's never been done up there again.
That's what you're in right there. So you're proud of it.
Yeah, we have a meeting.
Yeah.
Do we have one?
Yeah, I thought I saw.
So.
Okay, so I call the meeting to order. Start with the pledge of allegiance. Roll call.
Catalano, absent. Erickson,
Yeah, here.
Hawk,
Here.
Kopass,
Here.
Platt. Platt,
Present.
Waters.
Here.
You have a form for the meeting, sir.
Okay, can we get a motion for the approval of the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, next, do we get a motion for the approval of the minutes for February 10th, 2025?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, next motion would be for the approval of the minutes for February 21st, 2025. Good motion,
I'll vote to approve.
next second,
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
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 Any nays? Okay. Right now, we're going to old business, which would be the continuation of the public hearing.
So, gentlemen of the commission, the vote required to approve a variance would have required 6 votes, and there's only 5 members present. So, that will preclude you from taking final action on, the matter of the special use and variances applied for by this applicant. Apparently, one of the commissioners is ill this evening, cannot attend. So I guess there's a couple of choices. You could recess again this public hearing where it's at. Which was questioning from the commissioners. You could take additional testimony and ask your absent commissioner to watch the video and to sort of catch up. But at the same time, he would not be present and able to ask questions himself. And I know that he had several at the last session of particular interest to him. So unfortunately, that's where we stand right at the moment. Anybody have a question?
Mark?
Well, address the chair, please.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chairman, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Could that individual attend virtually?
Well, he hasn't asked to do that. It's not, I don't know, if you ever adopted rules that would allow that,
No.
not here, right? So the answer is no.
Thank you.
Could we discuss this briefly?
Discuss which,
Or the decision
Laundry?
to move forward or to?
of course.
Okay, so, because I certainly value Mr. Arnold's opinion, and I think he had a lot of valid inquiries that hold significant weight to all of us on the commission. But I also think there's a few issues and I guess questions, because we just haven't been briefed on the new plan outside of kind of, fully from you guys, right? We received the application, reviewed it, but I don't know that it would be unwise to hear that out, kind of hear from your perspective, since you're here, what the updates were and get your thoughts. And then there was kind of some questions that may be similar. Hate to drag this out, that's not the goal, but since we're in this quandary anyway, if there are additional enhancements to the plan based on our discussion, or some of the requirements that may or may not be met in the existing plan as it stands this evening, maybe that provides an opportunity, maybe by happenstance, a third shot, should you need it, depending on how the discussion goes tonight. That's kind of where I stand. I think it's worth hearing them out and asking a few questions, but obviously not moving forward without Mr. Arnold.
And if I may ask the proponents, you do have some information.
Could you guys talk louder? We can't hear you. Please.
Do you have additional information you wanted to share?
Well, yeah, we made some changes
Right,
based on the last meeting.
right. But in addition to what you submitted for the discussion this morning,
Possibly.
Okay.
That, you know, that's what I'd like to, you know, it'll come out in our presentation.
Without
What
being
do you
able,
want to do?
well, without being able to vote, that's. You're kind of having a half meeting, you know what I mean?
Well, there's two
I
things I'm
understand.
thinking about is first off is they're going ahead and showing us and bringing us up to date, but then we have a member that's not here.
Here,
So
correct.
that's a problem there. And how about for public comment? How does that work? Would they,
Well, the time for public, or the agenda item for public comment is passed. Now, if there is an additional presentation, and my understanding is there's been some revisions that are proposed to this application, then the commission may allow, you may vote to allow some comment on the revisions. Public comment on that, part of the public hearing.
that's what I was thinking. Thank you.
So gentlemen, do you want to,
There is one other consideration here too. As we talked about at the last meeting, we're under a time constraint here with the seller.
we understand?
And I did get, you know, we did get an extension.
Right.
But I don't believe there'll be any more extensions.
I understand, unfortunately, we cannot, or the commission cannot vote tonight.
I understand,
Or
So-
anything.
but
He put a timeline on your offer? He
Yeah.
did?
yes. Yes, yes. We got an extension from him. But
Okay, and I mean, I just think he'd want to sell the land if he's trying to sell it, is my thought. It just strikes me as a little odd. but-
You can't control his contract.
Absolutely not. That's not what I'm implying.
But,
certainly.
you know, whatever logic you see there,
I'm,
maybe not the same as.
That-
me.
is my question, I guess, but
so
that's
what
not
again,
for us to say.
what I'm saying is that if we have to postpone the meeting again another month, it's not gonna be enough time for to have the public hearing
May we
for
have,
planning and zoning and then the full board meeting. My contract will most likely have expired by then.
can you share how much time we have? So
April 25th.
So we could do another special meeting on the
Good.
4th.
That's up to the commission.
We
Set a
could
special
The
meeting.
24th.
set a special meeting for the 4th Monday of the month.
Of March.
Yes, which is.
Just next week.
Yeah.
Sorry. I forgot.
24th
Okay, the 24th.
at 5:30 again.
Then that's based on our existing schedule for other resources and purposes. Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's our fallback date is the 4th Monday of the month for any continuation, special meetings, etc. And then we could have,
Well, hopefully wrap it up
yeah,
that evening,
hopefully
sure.
be able to wrap it up that evening and then we would be able to have the, excuse me, folks. If you wish to talk, I'll have to ask you to take that outside. If you want to meet the 4th, then your recommendations could go forward to the village board for their first meeting in April.
Right, which is the seventh.
Theirs is the seventh
It's the seventh,
and 21st of April.
right.
So we do the 14th?
No,
No,
We
you do
would-
the 28th
we do
of
the-
March. 24th of March.
Oh, okay, all right.
we'd be looking at, yeah, the 24th. I'm so
2 weeks.
technologically inept with this.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from
So,
today.
so we could do it the 24th. Would you be available, Chris?
I have to check this. I don't know if it's on.
Okay. And then
Commissioners available?
would you all be available?
Yeah, should be.
Okay,
If I'm not in the
Exhausted,
hospital.
healthy?
yes, I'll stay healthy.
Jeez.
The 24th, and then the village board.
Well,
meeting's
they have-
actually December.
Right. Well, you need this, you would have to make a motion to recess this public hearing to March 24, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. If that's true.
Well, I think, but that would still leave us without their presentation and then our concern with the existing plan, right? That, because we would call
We
it
can
here.
raise that,
On that
that's
night.
the
We
next,
raise it on that
that's on the
night.
agenda.
I think we have to
Everything
wait,
would Go forward to the 24th.
Okay,
Just so I understand, just so I
can
understand.
I get a motion to continue the public hearing on the 24th at 5:30 PM?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Folks, since this was the only thing on the agenda for tonight, there is no other discussion, so.
There's period for public comment.
Oh, it's on that. Yeah. We got a few.
Oh, did anybody sign any?
Yeah, so-
Okay, first public comment, Eddie Reese. Edie.
I'm sorry that this is being delayed, but I totally understand and we appreciate you making sure that it gets delayed for the proper reason. My comment tonight is, I don't know why Mr. James thinks his delays of buying something is our problem. I'm sorry, Mr. James, no disrespect, but oh well. I don't want you in our village, plain and simple, and I'm really hoping that the board will make that decision at our next meeting, and that the village board will uphold that and not change the way things are and vote again and make us residents pay the price for it. The changes to his documents are ridiculous. The plantings he has in there are ridiculous. Ours, they're not gonna block any view. It's gonna be a monstrosity against the residents, and it's not fair. We have to live like that. There could be something else. And I'm tired of hearing about a restaurant, because we know they all left West Dundee to go to Algonquin Road. So stop talking about the restaurants. I'd rather have a kennel, to be honest with you, than have a storage unit. Thank you.
Okay, Debbie Burton.
Supposed to be sworn in.
This isn't her testimony.
Oh, okay.
Just public comment.
Okay.
I passed out some information. Are those passed out to any of the members? Can I pass them out? I think.
Do that for you.
Wait,
Thank you.
good fast for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Debbie Vernon. My husband Pete and I, we live at 821 Locust Drive, Sleepy Hollow, and are 22-year residents and homeowners. We have made public comments at every board and plan commission meeting starting February 3rd in opposition of the special use for a self-storage facility. We are both professionals that have worked in local government, finance, building in the areas of public buildings and schools, fire stations, police stations, development, zoning, and building code consulting. We're both very knowledgeable in those areas. These are my comments. In short, it's my hope and wishes of the 395 plus Sleepy Hollow residents that have signed the petitions say no to the self-storage facility, that the proposed special use by Mr. James is not recommended under any conditions. I've had the opportunity to view the revisions to the documents and find the proposal does not meet the standards, requirements, and codes of Sleepy Hollow Village to permit a special use with or without variations. The only change from the first submittal is relocating one building that was next to Laurel Court, to move it next to the detention pond. The plan does not appear to meet architectural conformity requirements, access requirements for emergency and fire vehicles, FAR or buffer requirements. There has to be adequate room for emergency vehicles to go around every building and provide adequate room for turning radius, according to the Sleepy Hollow adopted fire code. I'm hoping that the Plan Commission will again deny any variations and not recommend this proposed special use to the village board. And that the village board will take the recommendations of the Plan Commission this time and deny the proposed special use for Mr. James. This is what the village residents want, and it's the right thing to do for the village and the residents. This is the petition that's been circulating. 395 people have signed it as of today, this morning, and the petition January 31st. Say no to the storage facility. The petition, I'm not going to read it right now. I'm going to read it in the record next time. My comments to Mr. James. This is not a good fit for your proposal for the Village of Sleepy Hollow. Your application states, in your words on page 9, may cause a depreciation in the property values within the neighborhood. This is not what Sleepy Hollow residents want or need. Your application states, you need all of these 7 buildings to be profitable. That is not a unique circumstance or hardship. This permitted use is zoned for only 1 building. The zoning in Sleepy Hollow B2 commercial lot was specifically set up to protect the residential area on Laurel Court that is directly near it. These are my neighbors who live on Laurel Court. My suggestion, go back to Wakanda to your facility, Stormore 365 on Old Rand Road in Wakanda, and build some more metal shed type storage buildings on this 20+ acre property that's not next to an established residential area. Or buy additional land and build more units in Wakanda that's in a rural commercial zone area. Mr. and Mrs. James, Plan Commission members, and Sleepy Hollow Village Board, you can do better for the residents of Sleepy Hollow. This proposal does not belong here. Ask yourselves, do you want to live right next to it? We elected the Sleepy Hollow Board to make the best decisions for the residents. This is certainly not the best decision. Make a change, Village Board, and please do the right thing and make Sleepy Hollow better, not worse. Thank you for listening to my comments. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Next will be John Payton.
I'm John. I'll save my comments for the next meeting when we continue and make them in front of the full board.
Okay. Do we have anyone online? Anyone online?
No.
No, okay. All right, and now can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'm motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any names? Okay, meeting's closed.
Dan's on it. I don't think he would do that. But I also know it's wise.